The buffet smelled like fryer oil and sugar glaze. It wasn't that it was cheap. It was that it was deliberate. My sister had chosen it because, "Hoot's funny." My brother had added, "It fits the theme." No one explained what the theme was. I knew. We slid into a sticky vinyl booth beneath a flickering light. A balloon taped to the wall behind me read Happy Day in faded marker. My mom took pictures before I'd even sat down. When the server dropped off the small grocery store cake, everyone leaned in with exaggerated excitement. "Open the card first," my brother said. I opened it carefully. Inside, in my sister's handwriting, "Maybe next year you'll do something worth celebrating." There were smiley faces under it. They all laughed, even my mom. Not the surprised laugh of someone who didn't expect the punchline. The full one. The kind where she leaned back and wiped the corner of her eye. I felt the heat rise to my face, but not in the way I used to. Not in that scrambling, defensive way. It was colder this time. I looked around the table. My brother scrolling through his phone. My sister waiting for my reaction like she'd set up a camera prank. My mom smiling at me like this was motivation. "You know we're kidding," she said. I nodded. I took out my phone and snapped a photo of the card, then one of the table. Their faces mid-laughter. "Memories," I said lightly. No one thought anything of it. I stood up before the candles were lit. "Where are you going?" my sister asked. "I've got something early tomorrow." It wasn't dramatic. I hugged my mom, paid my portion at the counter before anyone could argue, walked out into the parking lot under the buzzing neon sign. No slammed doors, no speech, just air. For years, I handled the rental property. Technically, we all owned it. My parents had put it in our names for family security. In reality, I did the filings, tenant screening, maintenance coordination, insurance renewals. I knew when permits expired and when inspections were due. They knew the rent showed up. Every time something went wrong, my phone rang. "You're good at this stuff," my brother would say. "You're organized." Organized meant responsible. Responsible meant invisible. The morning after my birthday, I opened my laptop. I drafted a formal notice of resignation as managing member. Filed it with the county clerk, submitted the updated records removing myself as registered agent. Sent confirmation to the property management portal. It wasn't revenge, it was correction. By law, someone else now had to step into the role. Someone had to sign compliance forms. Someone had to answer for safety certifications. I didn't announce it. 3 days later, the group chat lit up. "Mom, why did we get a notice from the city?" "Brother, what is this about a managing member change?" "Sister, did someone file something?" Then a screenshot, a formal email from the housing authority. Without a registered managing member on file and updated compliance documents, the property would face escalating fines and potential suspension of rental authorization within 30 days. "Mom, OP, what is this?" I watched the messages stack up. Urgency replacing emojis. "Brother, you handle this stuff. Just call them." "Sister, this is not funny," I typed slowly. "I stepped down as managing member on Monday. The filings are complete." The typing bubble appeared, disappeared, reappeared. "Brother, why would you do that without telling us?" I stared at that sentence for a long time. "Because I'm not interested in being responsible for something I'm treated like I don't contribute to," I wrote. No one responded for almost a minute. Then my mom called. I let it ring once before answering. "What is going on?" she asked immediately. Not angry, alarmed. I resigned. Over a joke. It wasn't about the joke. She exhaled sharply. "You're being dramatic. We were teasing you. You've always been so sensitive." There it was. The familiar script. "I'm not upset," I said evenly. "I just realized I don't want to be in charge of something I don't have respect in." Silence. "You know we rely on you," she said finally.
"Yes."
"Then why would you put us at risk like this?" I thought about the buffet, the card, the laughter. "I didn't put you at risk," I said. "I removed myself from liability. Someone else can file the forms. I'll forward the contact information." Her voice tightened. "You can't just walk away from family." I didn't walk away, I stepped back. That property helps all of us. And it required work. I did that work. She didn't deny it. In the background, I could hear my brother asking what I was saying. "You're punishing us?" she whispered. "No," I said. "I'm stopping." Another silence, longer this time. "Fine," she said at last. "Said the information. I will." When I hung up, my hands were steady. The group chat shifted from accusation to logistics. Who would register? Who would take the compliance course? Who had time to meet inspectors? For the first time, the burden wasn't assumed to be mine. No one apologized, but no one laughed either. That night, I looked at the photo I'd taken of the card. The fluorescent light, the cake, their smiles. It didn't sting the way it had in the moment. It clarified something. I had spent years earning my seat at a table that kept moving. Stepping down didn't fix the dynamic. It didn't heal anything. It didn't suddenly make them see me differently. But it made me see myself differently. 3 days after my birthday, they were panicking because the systems I maintained were real. And so was my absence. I turned off notifications for the group chat and set my phone on the counter. The quiet felt unfamiliar and honest.